Hey everyone, this is Major Batman here in Linkira Studios, here to show you how to do an animation and share the animation file for you for this really cool constellation rings in Synty Studios Polygon Elven Realm. So I'm going to walk you through the process of how to use the animator and record this animation yourself. So let's get started. So the first step is to import Polygon Elven Realm. You can find a link down in the description. Then you're going to go to Prefabs, Props, and find the Constellation ring. So it's SM Prop Constellation Rings 01. And we're just going to bring that in. You hold down Alt when you click this. You can see that you have a stand. You have ring 1. I'm going to enable the gizmos. So you can see it's the outside line. Then we have middle circle and then the inner circle. And you can see how the circles have an attachment point. So for example, this middle one rotates on the Z axis. While the second one looks like it rotates on the X axis. And the final one also looks like it rotates on the X axis. Kind of cool, right? So we're going to work along those lines. So the first thing we'll go is to this top SM prop constellation rings, and we're going to go to Window, go to Animation, and click Animation. So as you can see, it says to begin animating the prop, create an animator and animation clip. So we're just going to click Create. We can name it something like Constellation Spin. I'm going to adjust my layout real quick so that it should help out a little bit in what we're trying to accomplish. So you want a way to see both the game object and the animation window. So you could do it like this or side by side. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to click this record. And what that does is anything you do on this game object is going to be recorded and add a property. So for example, for this ring 1, we want it to spin on the X axis. So then you can just spin it. And we can see that it automatically adds a keyframe and adjusts the rotation. So we're going to go over here and adjust the time frame. And I've messed around with this myself. And what I found is that if we complete a loop every 10 seconds, that allows us to do the middle ring every 5 seconds and the inner ring every 2.5 seconds. And of course, you can mess around with this yourself. But let's set this to 600 keyframe. And we're going to click the plus button to add an additional keyframe here. And so at 600, we want the value of the rotation X to be 360. And at this point to be 0. And so if we just press play, we can see that it will slowly rotate around until it reaches back to normal. All right, so at the 5 second, we're going to then click the middle ring, and it is also rotated the x-axis. So now that we're at the 5 mark, actually let's adjust this because we're at 301. And let's change this value to 360. So as you can see, there should be 2 keyframes. We're going to delete one just because we don't need it to reset. All right, so we do one of those here, and then at the 600 keyframe, we want this to keep rotating, so let's just make it 720, which is 2 iterations. And we can test to see how that works. And we can see how the middle one rotates about twice as fast as the outer one. And then it lines up perfectly. Pretty cool. So let's go to 230, which is at 150. And we're going to take the middle ring, which we already said was the Z axis, so this one, and we're going to change that to 360. Then we're going to 300 keyframe, right? And we'll set this to 720, and we'll do another at 450, and we'll set this to 1080, and finally 1440. And we can then unclick the recorder. So then you just press play and you can watch it spin around nice and fast and easy, and it'll just keep spinning like this in ad nauseum. That, my friends, is how to create an animation file on a simple constellation rings to make things rotate as you see fit. I hope you enjoyed this tutorial. I'll see you next time.